Yes, my people, now good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on the location for the connect with us. My name is Chinema Apostle Alfred Odion Inosa. As I make a quick send this message to INEC. Which way INEC? Which way INEC? Which way INEC? Which way? The reason why we ask which way INEC, because the will of the people must prevail. The will of the people must prevail. Because we need to allow the will of the people to prevail. Because with watching they play out already, it's like we are going back to another years of sorrow, of pain, of hardship in Nigeria. No. We say capital no to it. Capital no. We say capital no to it. Let the will of the people prevail. The people came out to vote for the candidate of their choice. So, I don't know why INEC, they delay, they postpone, they play Obubu Yeye with the emotion of the Nigerian people. So, the question that they ask, which way INEC? Which way? Which way INEC? Which way? Why this unnecessary delay? Why this ringing from different quarters? Yeah, why? So I beg, INEC, make una not set this nation on fire. Make una not set this nation Nigeria on fire. The will of the people must prevail. Yeah. The will of the people must prevail. We must allow the will of the people, because National Fair do for 2015. National Fair do. At the end of the day, we are where we are. So which means INEC is actually the problem that we have in Nigeria. This is just the gospel truth. Now INEC be the problem we will get. They come up with beaver and the rest other thing. So okay, the men you are voting, the beaver will transmit the people accreditation straight to Abuja. But what we are seeing now is becoming something else. It's becoming something else. It's becoming something else. So which means the INEC actually raised the hope of Nigeria, but at the end of the day, now different story that we see. At the end of the day, different thing that we see. And it's not supposed to be like that at all. It's not supposed to be. If you promise Nigeria free and fair election, the beaver and the rest other thing, but at the end of the day, now different thing we see. Does that really make sense? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really make sense. Because the way things they go gradually, it's getting a lot of confusion, apprehension everywhere. People don't know if you go outside. People don't because fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. And it's so painful with the way things they go on right now for Nigeria currently. It all not to be so. We suppose don't pass some level. Naturally, we suppose don't pass some level. Now, if you say electronic voting, Beaver, whatever name you call it, at the end of the day, we are still back to square one. In fact, back to square one. Now, if you don't say you don't go use this Beaver to do the ritual you're supposed to do, why spend billions of naira to acquire this equipment? Why spend billions of naira to acquire this equipment? At the end of the day, the equipment is completely useless. With the president say, oh, Inec kuna still try. But at the end of the day, now could they fall everybody hand? Which or not? Yeah, sorry, the network is bad. So, we supposed to big pass some level by now. We supposed to take or how we go to move on. Suppose they think, what do we do? How do we move on? Other countries they try, but the question is, which way Inec for crying out loud? Which way Inec? After spending billions of naira on Beaver and other electronic device for the conduct of election for how many years, we still go back to the normal way of conducting election. Who have really done this to us in this country? Every people came out with apprehension to vote for the candidate of their choice. Everywhere peaceful. How come if this election was peaceful and erect, why not just declare the winner of this election peaceful? Must you ring for crying out loud? Must you ring it for crying out loud? And it's so painful. It's so painful. There is no headway in this country. No headway.